My mother was a country girl. She was born in Edinburgh in Scotland, but her family migrated to Australia. There were no jobs. He was a miner, and even the mines, and I think they also got out. It was about 1913, before the war. They knew the war was coming. But it was really a decision. He went ahead and immediately got a job in Queensland, because they were mining coal. Coal was the thing back then. And so they had already had 2 children. So he went out first, got a job in the Darling Downs, which is kind of part of the mountain range of Queensland, the Great Dividing Range. And Mount Colliery was the mine, and Tanny Morell was the village. And it was a village. It was just some few houses, a schoolhouse. I don't think it even had a church. But Warwick was not far away. This is the town of Warwick, and they had all those facilities. I think there was a doctor. And he bought a house. He bought a little cottage, and it was on a creek. We visited a few times, and it was a beautiful spot. But they had come from Edinburgh, and my grandmother, my mother's mother, she had been a sweet maker, making candy. So she had a job which was unusual, and she left her mother and her sisters in Edinburgh, and so she was very unhappy. She never enjoyed life at all, and she'd lost one child. I don't know whether it was in Edinburgh. One birth was a stillbirth, and that was made her even more miserable. And then she had 2 more sons. So my mother was the eldest, and 3 sons. And they all lived, apart from my mother, when she married my father, they moved to Brisbane. And grandmother was not happy about that, splitting up the family. She was not happy with that. But she had her 3 sons, and they all built houses. They all went into the mine with their father, but as soon as they were older, they all got out. And he actually died of, I think they called it silicosis back then, from the dust, of the mines. And it all closed eventually anyway. But my mother used to say he was a gentleman. He was a coal miner, but he was a gentleman, her father. And you could see that in how my mother was. She was a lady. She was always a lady. I don't think she ever raised her voice. She got on well with everybody. She enjoyed her life. She loved her house and her children, and left at home while my father went to war with 3 small children and blackouts. And she never changed. She worked with my father for a while, but he did not want her to work. That was like an insult to him. Yes, and she looked after everybody. She loved the neighbours. She visited people, loved her home. But when she was really ill, at the end of her life, she said to me, "I've done nothing but look after other people."